Daria, hello.
Hello,
How are you today?
I'm okay, thanks.
All right. So, Miroslav, hello. He's joining us, I believe. Yeah. Hello, Miroslav.
Hi,
So, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yes. Happy to have a longer weekend. Yes.
Mm, no, or yes,
Mhm.
I will work a lot. I don't know.
Yes. Do some home activities to get ready for different exams, I believe, in your case. Yes.
Yes, preparations.
Aha, Daria joined us. Hello.
Hi,
How are things with you?
everything is good. What about you?
I'm fine, thanks, Grigory. Hello.
Hi,
How are things with you?
I'm great.
All right, so we'll get started with what you have checked about the essay. And I'd like to ask Grigory, have you checked any work?
No, I haven't checked because Paulina didn't upload any work.
Aha, Paulina wrote a message that she is unfortunately ill and she can't do the work or join the club today.
Yeah,
So what about you, Miroslav? Have you checked anything?
I've checked Alisa's work.
Let's look at it and we'll discuss it. I hope she will join us soon. Yes. Ah, Sofia joined us. Hello, Sofia.
Hello.
Так, видно?
Yes, okay.
А, Так, ну, начну с того, что as part of my project я просто пометил, это не ошибка, но мне просто интересно, здесь нужен артикль или нет?
Нет, не нужен, не нужен. As part of my project, as part of
Все.
something.
Это я для себя просто, чтобы я в следующий раз не помещал.
Нет, не нужен.
Здесь according to the pie chart, music is the most interesting topic. Мы уже про это говорили, насколько я помню, что она не самая интересная тема, а просто ее больше всего людей выбрали как интересную тему.
Конечно, тут ошибка на то, как мы пишем.
Да. И дальше, что следующие 3 категории, и вот эти категории, там нужно указывать проценты или не нужно?
Да, неучтенные проценты, но по требованию задания у нас хотя бы 2-3
Да, ну
факта
хотя бы 2, да.
указано, поэтому нормально. Единственная ошибка в глаголе mention. Они же не упомянут что-то, а просто они отвечают на вопрос. Глагол mention здесь ошибка фактическая. Ошибка на
Ну
этом
просто что
отделе.
они сказали,
Да.
ответили, но не упомянули.
Вот эта ошибка также еще у кого-то прозвучала. Да, у Даши Балабаевой, вот я смотрю свои записи, одна и та же ошибка на этот глагол как бы. Они не упомянут данные, они просто отвечают на вопрос общественного мнения, да? Окей.
Дальше в следующем абзаце the music, просто на music поменять. По идее, не нужен артикль перед музыкой.
Как любая музыка.
Ну, how old they are, no matter
Дома.
how old they are, здесь заменить просто. И спортивные обсуждения, да, на спортивные темы, sports discussions. Не
Ну,
спорт, а
вот
sports.
просто про спорт. Общее понятие спорт. Здесь нормально. In sport discussions. In
Все
music
тогда.
discussions. Да.
Так, тогда не проблема. Вот, дальше в следующем абзаце. Я помню, нам как-то говорили на уроке, что когда spend time и когда на что-то впустую тратить время, то можно заменить на waste. И вот поэтому, я не знаю, его стоит ли здесь заменить на waste.
Можно заменить spend на waste, да.
Так, и
Или
scrolling through.
spend aimlessly, как бесполезно, aimlessly. Вот тогда будет смысл, что они проводят, но впустую это время, да?
Да, здесь же это имеется в виду. Scrolling through social media, which can cause. Вот я подумал, что which нужно на that заменить.
Они взаимозаменяемые.
Можно which оставить, да?
Мгм. Это
Так,
relative clauses. Who is that, which is that, они взаимозаменяемые. Да?
я просто подумал, which это когда нам выбрать дают из чего-то, из каких-то вещей, а that
Это как
просто
вопросительное слово, да, но здесь имеется в виду которое, which concludes.
так. Все, тогда здесь я больше ничего не увидел. И в последнем I enjoy scrolling and, соответственно, reading должно быть, по идее.
Грамматическая ошибка, точно. Мгм.
Все, в остальном я больше ничего не заметил. Я
Да,
по большей части
ну,
для себя помечал, не как ошибки.
мгм. Ну, а у Алисы вот пятый абзац, к сожалению, я не засчитал, плюс-минус там поставил, потому что почти не засчитал, как бы, да, потому что она не дает объяснения. The quality can vary. Качество может меняться, да, и вдруг. Personally, I enjoy scrolling through the internet. Не соответствует теме задания. А тема задания была объяснить нам, почему контент может быть,
Там
допустим,
спрашивали в конце, просто мнение про качество контента.
именно про качество, не про само содержание, а про его качество. Поэтому здесь она ничего не объясняет. So, maybe you will write that, for example, personally, I believe that some websites are very dangerous and their content is not reliable. Something like that, yes?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Who else can tell us the checking? Софья Боричева, вы проверили чью-либо работу?
Yes, I've checked Dasha Bible work.
Let's look at it, okay.
Mhm.
Dasha's work had some mistakes, as far as I remember.
Mhm. Can you see it?
Ага, yes.
Так, ну, значит, в первом, что я заметила, это вот now, да, то есть я помню, что говорили, что лучше не писать nowadays в эссе, вот, поэтому я здесь
Ну,
тоже...
не обязательно. Это не если...
а,
Мгм.
Вот, потом, что касается pie chart, в общем, я что-то так долго подумала, но я посмотрела в словаре, вот здесь вот я указала, что pie chart обычно пишется, ну, не через дефис, но иногда вот на ФИПе встречаются задания, что, да, там встречается дефисное написание. Вот, поэтому я не знаю, как здесь правильно.
Два слова чаще я встречал. Ну да. Мгм.
То есть здесь эта ошибка повторяется. Вот, допустим, вот pie chart, вот тоже pie chart.
Мгм.
В принципе, да, в первом абзаце у нас все хорошо, все сказано, да, город указан, ну, все отлично, хорошее вступление. Вот, во втором абзаце, ну вот я сейчас чисто для себя бы хотела уточнить насчет глагола claim, то есть утверждать. Мы можем этот глагол здесь использовать.
Claim. Да, они утверждают.
Мгм. Окей.
Ну, mention film, вот это ошибка, да, и a film.
Да, вот фильм, то есть я подписала, что стоит в кавычки взять, потому что, ну, либо просто films, потому что у нас здесь в диаграмме films, а, и взять в кавычки, да.
Мгм.
А,
Окей.
So, так, что касается вот здесь вот, я не знаю, с doing, мне показалось, что здесь грамматическая ошибка, но я не уверена, потому что вот вроде как бы while not everyone, maybe does sports.
Of course. Вообще, doing, да, если бы смотреть на present continuous форму, она должна была быть is doing, но здесь имеется в виду не present continuous, а present simple. Listens to music, does sports. Yeah?
Мгм. Так, и по проблеме, ну, в принципе, здесь это решаемая проблема, нормальная, только мне вот you не понравилось, и все.
That one can face, да, безличная конструкция должна быть, one can face, и to лишнее слово, это еще грамматическая ошибка принялась. Face something, столкнуться с чем-то без предлога to. И запятая после, to solve this problem. Пунктуация.
Так, ну, тогда я понимаю, что нам же можно по грамматике допустить не больше 2 ошибок, тогда у нее по
Тут
грамматике...
больше ошибок. Там снижается балл за
А.
грамматику. Там 5 ошибок, по-моему, я насчитал грамматических.
Мгм.
2 балла.
2 балла. Ага, тогда получается 11.
У меня даже 9 получилось. 5-й абзац минус я поставил.
Я поставила плюс-минус, потому что нам
Мгм.
здесь нужно качество контента, а здесь получается не про качество контента.
Да, там не про это, а это сразу ставим минус. There is a lot of content on the internet.
Мгм.
Нет ни слова про качество. Мгм. И так как были ошибки во втором аспекте, я написал еще к тому же, там, то 1 балл у меня получился за РКЗ, там, соответственно, 2 балла за логику, и еще были ошибки на лексику, там 2 балла за лексику я поставил. А ошибка была, если поднять текст, сейчас скажу какая. Go to strange links, не go to, а join или enter the links, да? И ошибка в слове around, там не around four times, about или approximately, приблизительно, okay?
Мгм.
So that's all, yes?
Yeah, that's all.
Ага. Дарья, теперь вы
Мгм.
что-нибудь проверяли?
Да, ну, работу Софьи Борычевой. Так, я понимаю, видно экран.
Да.
О,
Ну, идет
теперь
12
да.
баллов, есть ошибки.
Есть. Ну, просто как я особо таких ошибок не увидела никаких. Конечно, меня вот этот the aim of my project, мне такое, ну, просто я не уверена в таком начале. А, И, может быть, здесь стоит поставить that I'm doing now, но я это не посчитала как ошибку, потому что
Это не
я,
ошибка, нет.
да, я не уверена. А так все хорошо и по всему тексту, и, а, ну, последний абзац хороший, хорошая проблема выделена. Вот, и хорошее упоминание фактов, поэтому вроде вот здесь прям все чудесненько.
Да, ну вот второй абзац. The least interesting variant. Он не наименее интересный, это ошибка фактическая.
Мгм.
The minority of the respondents consider love and friendship the most interesting topic to be discussed on the internet. А получается, что он наименее интересный вариант. А он наоборот, он наиболее интересный вариант, но наименьшее количество опрашиваемых его признало, что для них это самое интересное, да, для обсуждения в интернете. Понятно, да?
Мгм.
И 5-й абзац тоже тут недочет, потому что play a big role in my life. Играет большую роль. А у нас не было вопроса в задании, что надо говорить о роли интернета или социальных сетей, social networks, а было о качестве контента там.
Ну, я потом
Почему?
написала о качестве контента, просто я хотела какое-то предложение такое написать, как бы ввести, как бы, чтобы...
Ага. А вот не надо его вводить, надо сразу говорить ответ на вопрос,
Мгм. Ну, тогда
который нам поставили. Поэтому плюс-минус за 5-й абзац я поставил. Неточность формулировки была в первом предложении, да? Мгм. Clear, yes? Ага. Так, кто еще может что-либо рассказать? Дарья Ваганова, вы проверяли чью-либо работу?
Ой, да. Я должна была проверять у Сони Медведевой и у Полины Красновой. Но у Полины Красновой я вчера вечером посмотрела, она ничего не выкладывала.
Ее нет, и она к нам не присоединяется в последнее время.
Да, поэтому давайте работу Сони посмотрим.
Мгм. Ну, у нее 13 баллов.
Мне показалось, здесь все, ну, все правильно. Единственное, что хотела вопрос задать по поводу вот этого утверждения, потому что, ну,
Полностью, почти. Да, мы можем так сказать. Не в дважды, а почти в дважды.
мгм. Ну, а так я ничего не нашла.
Во втором абзаце, опять же, the least favored option, она не наименее популярная. любимая. Вот эта ошибка, первая ошибка. И вторая ошибка вот в глаголе том же, что уже я упоминал, mention.
М,
Мгм.
Ну, только у них получается.
Окей. И грамматика, лексика, по-моему, там вы не нашли ни одной ошибки, да? И на пунктуацию. Мгм. Окей. Так, и получается, кто у нас еще может что-либо сказать?
Я проверяла работу Даши.
Да, конечно. Ага.
Так, сейчас. Оп. У меня тут в целом все хорошо, просто тут 284 слова у меня получилось, и
Да, к
поэтому у меня
сожалению, да.
буквально не засчитался последний абзац.
Да. Из-за этого, да, вы поставили 12 из 14. Да, а так, если бы количество слов было меньше, а для этого, Дарья, вы не посчитали количество слов, я так понимаю, не увидели, что оно превышает объем.
Да, я
И,
забыла, я хотела, но забыла,
да,
торопилась.
да, ваше изображение, кстати, что-то пропало на экране у меня. И обычно вы с камерой. Остальные, кто может, тоже подключайтесь, пожалуйста, с камерами. У нас сегодня одно будет задание, вы будете кое-что демонстрировать. Потом объясню, почему. Окей. Первое предложение можно убрать. Это где-то 17 или больше слов. И сразу у вас будет где-то 272 слова, и тогда было, все бы проверялось. Видите как? Понятно, да? И какие ошибки вы нашли?
Ну, именно каких-то серьезных не было, было то, что запятые перед because. Их вроде не надо ставить. To solve the problem нужна запятая после этого, это как вводная. И workout — это фразовый глагол, а фразовый глагол использовать нельзя.
Мгм.
В остальном все. Единственная серьезная вещь — только слова.
Мгм. Нет, фразовые глаголы почему нельзя? Ну, можно. Там разговорный стиль, если он разговорный стиль такой, неформальный стиль, то нельзя, конечно. А тут можно work out. Это не ошибка.
Мгм. Ну, я не засчитала как ошибку, просто выделила на
Это
всякий
не
случай.
ошибка. Да, запятая должна быть точно. Мгм. И про первый абзац. Мгм. Окей. Все, да, что вы можете сказать?
Да.
Мгм. Окей. И таким образом, вот еще у нас есть работы, которых никто не проверил, получается, да? Мирослав, кто должен был вашу работу проверять?
Алиса, но ее сейчас нет.
Мгм. Так, окей. Тогда вот я покажу работу Мирослава сейчас. Что не так? Так, сейчас. Другая папка. Вот смотрите, у вас во втором абзаце to the question, answer to the question. А про сам вопрос ничего не сказано, да? Или
Нужно указывать, что это в таблице вопрос.
нет, надо его, да, его было упомянуть, что вот именно вопрос про это. А тут непонятно, что за вопрос, поэтому это ошибка. А потом вы 2 раза 7% написали, этого делать не нужно. Это ошибка логики высказывания. Запятая пропущена после in conclusion, видите, да? И где я More relevant выделил, это лексическая ошибка. Надо было написать, например, more widespread, более распространено.
Хорошо.
Вот, это ваши недочеты. Окей. И работа Григория, да? Посмотрим. Тут тоже есть ошибки, но незначительные. Во-первых, 5-й абзац не про то. Задание, что было сказано? Well in advance, заблаговременно, а про это ничего не сказано. Поэтому 5-й абзац я не засчитал. И ошибки логики высказывания, например, или opinion написано вместо opinion polls. Видите, в первом абзаце у вас слово пропущено. Yes? Как бы не просто мнение, а общественное мнение. Opinion polls. И вот здесь тоже пострадало 12 баллов. Не завершено последнее предложение у вас было. Окей? То есть не так много ошибок, но тем не менее есть над чем призадуматься. То есть особенно вот про 5-й абзац, к сожалению, в этот раз многие написали не по теме задания. Окей? So now we are going to talk about some questions, okay? And I'm going to ask by random one of you to answer the questions about work and business, okay? For you, Sofia Boricheva, would you rather be a doctor or a banker and why?
So that's true. I would like to be a banker because I don't like a profession connected with medicine, especially work as a doctor. But my parents always tell me that I need to be a doctor. But actually, I have quite great skills related to math. That's why probably in this variant, the profession as a banker will be suitable for me.
Okay. Miroslav, would you rather work inside or outside and why?
I think it's better to work outside for me because I can breathe fresh air and I can meet a lot of people in those places where I will work.
Okay. Sofia Medvedeva, what's better for you? To earn a lot of money or to enjoy your job?
I consider the most important part of every type of job is enjoying the process. I think if you enjoy your job, you will earn money. And if you're tired of your job and you have a lot of money, it's not a good way for every person. And I think it would be better for me to enjoy my job.
For you, Daria Balabaeva, do you think women are better bosses than men and why?
I think it doesn't depend on the gender. I think it depends only on your character and personal quality. So I think, I don't know, I don't think that women are better than men.
Okay, Daria, your question is, who among the people you know has the most interesting job? And what is it and why do you think so?
If honestly, I don't know about works. I don't know, maybe my mom, she is an engineer. I don't know how to say in English, chemical engineer.
In chemistry, in the sphere of
Yeah,
chemistry.
engineer in chemistry. I find this job interesting because I'm not keen on in chemistry, and I think it is quite interesting what she does.
Mhm. Okay. For you, Grigory, question is very interesting. What are the pros and cons of being a manager?
I think that the pros are that the manager can receive the bigger salary than others because he does a lot of work to manage people, to give some tasks for them, and a cons is that he he takes a lot of responsibilities on himself or herself, and it will be difficult not to make mistakes on this profession.
Mhm.
And
I
it has
see the point. Mhm.
to be
Sofia Boricheva, can you name the job that you would never do in your life and why?
Probably I would never do in my life a job related to medicine as the first one, and probably I wouldn't like to be a journalist. And I can explain why. So
Yeah.
from my point of view, if we will discuss a part of that it can be dangerous for people's health, especially if a journalist work in war conditions right now. For instance, we have a war, so that's why in this way it can be very dangerous for people, and they need to be prepared for it. They need to know everything about military. That's why I don't like this job.
Uh-huh. Miroslav, do you consider the military career as an option for you and why?
I don't think so because I think that I wasted this opportunity when I was younger.
I see. Daria Balabayeva, what would you do if you were a famous journalist?
If I were a famous journalist, I would travel around the world and spend my life for myself and
Yeah.
for my family.
Okay. Grigory, what would you do if you were a famous video blogger?
I would like my job first of all, and if I would really the most famous, maybe I would help poor people,
Mhm.
for example, Africa, and help them with water, food, maybe accommodation.
Charity job, yeah.
Yeah, charity job.
Good idea. Daria Vaganova, what would you do if you were an acrobat in the circus?
Oh, I don't know. I think uh, if I would be an
If I
acrobat,
were, be careful, if I were an acrobat. Mhm.
if I were an acrobat, um, I don't know, maybe I would do a lot of exercises and a lot of activities, and I would train every day because um,
Mhm.
this job requires a lot of strength.
Yeah, I see. Okay. And Sofia Medvedeva, what would you do? if you worked in the USA, for example?
If I worked in the USA, I would effortlessly and fluently speak in English, and maybe I would make friends and acquaintances abroad, and maybe I would have a lot of opportunities to communicate with foreigners, and maybe I would build my own business.
Great. Yeah. And a final question to you, Sofia Boricheva. What would you do if you worked at the university?
So if I worked in university, I would be a great person. I would be an intelligent person. I would know everything, and of course, I would prepare the material for students.
That's right. So you would be a university lecturer and teacher. Yeah. Okay. So now, the next task will be very unusual today. You need to look around your room where you are, think of one object, and speak about its advantages and disadvantages. So, Daria, you've got camera today. So, what object can you show us, and what is it? What are its cons and pros, you need to say?
То есть мне надо его показать и сказать про его минусы и плюсы. Или мне
And
надо...
other students will agree or disagree with your ideas. Maybe you have some more ideas about this object.
Okay, no, maybe.
A book.
Yes, a book of
So
history.
its advantages first. Mhm.
The advantages of this object is that people can find the information in this book about our past time.
Mhm.
And learn about famous people in the past.
Mhm.
The disadvantages of this book are maybe sometimes these books are difficult to understanding maybe. And this book, I think, costs really expensive.
Not costs a lot of money or is very expensive. Yeah.
This book is very expensive.
Mhm. All right. Of course, books are really expensive. So the book I'm using now, it's also quite expensive. Exam success version. Okay. You're welcome, Grigory, with your object. What is it?
It is headphones.
Oh, great. So its advantages and disadvantages.
I think that headphones have some advantages and disadvantages. The main advantage of headphones is that during listening some music, one can relieve stress and maybe
To some music. Yes, okay. Mhm.
And speaking of disadvantages, I think that the main disadvantage of headphones is that they may spoil hearing and cause a lot of problems with the ears.
Okay, great. Sofia Medvedeva, what's your object to show us, to speak about?
Okay, I will show, but not my face. Sorry.
The object.
Of the object. I have to switch my camera. Oh.
That's a lovely cat in you.
Okay. The main advantage of keeping this object at my flat is that my cat brings me joy and support in some difficult moments of my life. And the main disadvantage of keeping this object it is my cat can scratch and damage my furniture, and she always does it.
So now it's not an object, but it's an animal or a pet, yes?
Yeah.
By the way, what's its name?
Um, quite funny name, Turbisha. It's like a turbina because she is quite energy. And, now you can see that she was sleeping, but it is really rare.
Mhm. I see. So, other Sophia, thank you very much. What's your object and its advantages and disadvantages?
So I don't know what to show you, but the most close item for me is my pencil box, my pencil case, and of course there are a lot of advantages because all my pencils or my pens are here, markers, and of course the main disadvantage is that sometimes it can be very heavy due to the fact that I also have my lip balms here, and I like have a lot of lip balms in my pencil case, so that's why sometimes I can't close it.
Mhm. So, would like to ask Miroslav now. What object will you speak about?
Okay, I have a mug of tea, my favorite. It
So since
has,
you don't have camera, what color is
yes,
this mug? How does it look like? Big or small? Describe it somehow.
it is big and it has some words on it. Always good coffee, and I drink a tea from it.
Not coffee.
Yeah.
I see.
The main advantage of this mug is that the volume is large and is about half a liter. I don't know. That's big mug. Okay, and the main disadvantage of this mug is that the handle of these is very small, and when tea is hot, I can't handle it without pain in my hands.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's painful.
Yeah.
Great. So I believe everyone agrees with these advantages and disadvantages. Yes, Miroslav has told us. Finally, Daria Balabaeva, you haven't spoken yet. Yes. What about your object?
So, okay, this is a CD disc.
Mhm.
I need to describe it.
Oh, yes, we can't see it because of it.
So this is a CD disc of one metal band called Pantera, and it is the album Vulgar Display of Power. Here it is, 11 famous songs of this band. So the main advantage of this object is that this is one of my favorite music albums, and I can relax while I'm listening to it. But the disadvantage is that I do it rarely, and actually it's the disadvantage. The second disadvantage is that it's sometimes hard to find such kind of objects. So, and it's really easy to break it.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
So, and finally, I'll show you the object which is close to me now. It's my lamp. And will you please think of any advantages and disadvantages of this lamp? Who'd like to speak about this lamp? Yes, please, Grigory.
So the main advantage of lamp is that it may help people uh, to do homework at the night time,
Mm-hmm.
and it may help us to find some objects in the darkness.
Mm-hmm.
So the disadvantage of lamp is that it may spoil our eyesight because of bright lightning.
Mhm. So actually my lamp has three options. So you may make it in very bright, not very bright, and at least the minimum light, which is an advantage. Maybe the disadvantage is that you have to use a lot of electricity and spend electricity bill. Mhm. Yeah, okay. So now we are moving on to one listening activity from our test, and you can see it now on my slide. On the right. Yes, правая колонка, обратите внимание. What type of work is Mr. Murphy being interviewed for? Yes? Все видно, да, всем? Okay?
Да, видно.
Mhm. So, I'll start the disk. And you just write the answers.
Unit 3, Exercise B6.
Вы услышите интервью. В заданиях A8 to A14 обведите цифру 1, 2 или 3, соответствующую выбранному вами варианту ответа.
Now we are ready to start.
First, Mr. Murphy, can you tell us why you want to work for us?
I like money. It's as simple as that. I was thinking of a job where there would be lots of money around, and the answer came to me. A bank. It's strange I hadn't thought of this before. All those years I worked in the garage, but I told my wife, she works as a teacher, and she agreed it would suit me perfectly.
It seems quite a change, going from working in a garage to a bank.
Not really. There are a lot of similarities. Cars are just like customers. You have to look after them, make them feel good, even when they are completely hopeless cases. Every car is important, and you shouldn't forget that. I also talk to my cars. We all do.
Do they talk back?
No, what I mean is that the garage has given me lots of skills I can use in your bank.
Could you give me an example of that, Mr. Murphy?
Certainly. One day, an old man came in with a beautiful Porsche, a really expensive one, and said, "It doesn't work properly." I was surprised because it was a brand new car and looked in perfect condition. Anyway, I got in the car and it was all fine. I asked him what was wrong and he told me that he couldn't see anything when it was dark. I showed him where the light switch was and he drove away happy. You just have to be calm and understanding with people like that.
How do you imagine a typical working day in a bank?
I'd get in about 9, ask my secretary to make me a nice cup of coffee. I'm not really a morning person. And then sign a few papers until the morning break. I'd probably have tea this time. Too much coffee is bad for you. And that would keep me going until lunch. I'm not sure there's much to do after lunch. Maybe a few customers to see and emails to write. So I wouldn't finish particularly late.
Does it worry you that you don't have any qualifications? In fact, you didn't even finish school?
Oh, I can explain that. It's quite a funny story, actually. I used to hate maths lessons. I've never been good with numbers. And me and a friend did everything we could to get out of them. The maths teacher, Mr. Massey, got really mad with us and us with him. Anyway, one day we went to his car in the school car park and filled the engine with cooking oil which we'd stolen from the canteen. After school that afternoon, Mr. Massey got about 500 metres down the road when the engine basically blew up. It was so funny. Unfortunately, the head teacher didn't think so and we had to leave school.
I hope nothing bad happened to Mr. Massey.
No, but he got even madder than usual. I don't know why, as it wasn't much of a car and he was better off without it. I still felt a bit guilty about it, so I did put a new engine in his car. That was what started my garage work, I guess. So I'm grateful to old Mr. Massey, in fact.
A final question. Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
I want to get to the top of this bank. To be a big boss, like. I'm sick of lying under cars, getting dirty, running around after people and having to be nice to them all the time. When I'm number one here, things are going to change. We can start with these chairs. They're so uncomfortable. How can you expect people to sit on them all day?
Thank you, Mr. Murphy. I will be in touch.
Let's listen again.
A14. Обведите цифру 1, 2 выбранному вами варианту ответа.
Now we are ready to start.
First, Mr. Murphy, can you tell us why you want to work for us?
I like money. It's as simple as that. I was thinking of a job where there would be lots of money around, and the answer came to me. A bank. It's strange I hadn't thought of this before. All those years I worked in the garage, but I told my wife, she works as a teacher, and she agreed it would suit me perfectly.
It seems quite a change, going from working in a garage to a bank.
Not really. There are a lot of similarities. Cars are just like customers. You have to look after them, make them feel good, even when they are completely hopeless cases. Every car is important, and you shouldn't forget that. I also talk to my cars. We all do.
Do they talk back?
No, what I mean is that the garage has given me lots of skills I can use in your bank.
Could you give me an example of that, Mr. Murphy?
Certainly. One day, an old man came in with a beautiful Porsche, a really expensive one, and said, "It doesn't work properly." I was surprised because it was a brand new car and looked in perfect condition. Anyway, I got in the car and it was all fine. I asked him what was wrong and he told me that he couldn't see anything when it was dark. I showed him where the light switch was and he drove away happy. You just have to be calm and understanding with people like that.
How do you imagine a typical working day in a bank?
I'd get in about 9, ask my secretary to make me a nice cup of coffee. I'm not really a morning person. And then sign a few papers until the morning break. I'd probably have tea this time. Too much coffee is bad for you. And that would keep me going until lunch. I'm not sure there's much to do after lunch. Maybe a few customers to see and emails to write. So I wouldn't finish particularly late.
Does it worry you that you don't have any qualifications? In fact, you didn't even finish school?
Oh, I can explain that. It's quite a funny story, actually. I used to hate maths lessons. I've never been good with numbers. And me and a friend did everything we could to get out of them. The maths teacher, Mr. Massey, got really mad with us and us with him. Anyway, one day we went to his car in the school car park and filled the engine with cooking oil which we'd stolen from the canteen. After school that afternoon, Mr. Massey got about 500 metres down the road when the engine basically blew up. It was so funny. Unfortunately, the head teacher didn't think so and we had to leave school.
I hope nothing bad happened to Mr. Massey.
No, but he got even madder than usual. I don't know why, as it wasn't much of a car and he was better off without it. I still felt a bit guilty about it, so I did put a new engine in his car. That was what started my garage work, I guess. So I'm grateful to old Mr. Massey, in fact.
A final question. Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
I want to get to the top of this bank. To be a big boss, like. I'm sick of lying under cars, getting dirty, running around after people and having to be nice to them all the time. When I'm number one here, things are going to change. We can start with these chairs. They're so uncomfortable. How can you expect people to sit on them all day?
Thank you, Mr. Murphy. I will be in touch.
All right, what about the answers? You may just print them in the chat box now. Okay? Miroslav, one mistake. Grigory, some mistakes. Daria, Balabayeva, one mistake. Two mistakes, Daria. Мгм.
Можете как-то чуть вправее сместить? Там пару фраз не до конца видно.
Ага. Выше как бы, да, поднять?
Не, скорее в бок сдвинуть.
Вот здесь according to, тут просто не допечаталось. И здесь about Mr. Murphy. Мгм.
А вот самом низу третья фраза в 14-м.
To introduce major changes to the bank. У меня написано. Мне вот это, которая наша черная всякие демонстрации, загораживает текст. Но вы его должны видеть, мне кажется, да? Мгм. Вот так. Ага. Окей?
Не, ничего не поменялось.
Ничего не поменялось. Странно. Мгм. Okay, let's discuss the answers with you. So, Miroslav, the first answer to the question,
First answer is 2.
work in a bank. Yes. Next answer. So, Sofia Boricheva,
So I believe that the second one.
they need care and attention. That's right. So somebody was wrong here. Next question. What does the Porsche story say about Mr. Murphy? Grigory?
He's patient.
That's fine. Next question, Daria Balabayeva. About his working day.
Short and easy.
Short and easy. Who made him leave the school one day? Sofia Medvedeva?
Вроде бы maths teacher.
And I disagree, sorry.
Я вот тоже не услышала.
Yes, Miroslav?
Он сказал, head teacher didn't think so.
The head teacher, то есть директор, да, главный учитель, или так, да? The head teacher. Next question is, how does he feel, Дарья Ваганова, towards his maths teacher?
Thankful.
Thankful, благодарный он, да. And what plans does he have for future? Sofia?
To get promotion.
To get promotion. Okay. So I believe you have understood the majority. It's correct? And what do you think? Will Mr. Murphy get the job? Yes or no? Your ideas, Daria Vaganova.
I think he is really ambitious and he will get this job.
Who thinks differently? No one here. That he will lose the chance. Yeah, Miroslav?
I think if he has an education, special education and qualification, he will get this job. But if he don't,
If he doesn't,
if he doesn't, so that would be real for him.
Yeah, problematic. So in this interview, the lady asked such a question as, how do you imagine your working day? Sofia Boricheva, about your future job, how do you imagine your working day? Tell us, please.
So the truth is quite taxing for me to answer. But probably I imagine it that I get up early, I go to the office, then I have some tasks and I need to do them. I don't know. Actually, right now I can't imagine it.
Дарья Балабаева. And what about you? The same question to you.
So actually, I hope I will get up not early. Maybe around 9 a.m. and go to the office or work at home and just draw and making tea every hour.
I see. And one more question to you, Miroslav. Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
I think
2029, actually, it will be.
I think in 2029 I will work on maybe some economic organization that will see that will find some problems with the world economics. I don't know, and
Will you
and we'll solve them.
And will you be speaking very decent English and maybe another foreign language?
I think I should. I think I will have to speak more better. Просто слово better.
Just better or much better.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking about you, Sofia Medvedeva, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
Difficult question for me. In 5 years, I would really want to have a nice family. And maybe I would like to be I'm a person who can help other people, and I'm not pretty sure about my future job and career, but I would like to build a shelter for animals, and that's my goal. And I think that in 5 years I would work for this goal.
Okay. So now we are going to move on to the next task, which is reading task from one of variants of exam about Santa Claus. Oh, I believe it's okay now, yes? 6, 7, you can see, yes?
Yes.
Okay, your task is to read this story and choose the correct gap filling. Okay, start doing it. Okay. So how are you with this activity? Not difficult? Daria, what do you think? Not difficult for you, Daria? Balabaeva?
I think in some moments it's quite difficult, but it's okay.
Uh-huh. So I see that Sofia and Grigori have the answers. I'm waiting for others. Sofia Medvedeva. Good. You have your answers. So Daria Balabaeva, 3 mistakes, which is not good. Because you will have 0 from 2 points if you have so many mistakes. Okay, 1 more minute and we'll discuss, okay? Miroslav, waiting for your answers. And who else?
Last one.
Mhm. Unfortunately, Daria, you have wrong answers. So 2 mistakes. Daria Balabaeva changed the answers, but at least 1 mistake. So you got 1 out of 2 points, yeah? Here. Miroslav, okay. So let's discuss the answers. Daria Balabaeva, let's start with you. What's the first answer?
I think it's number 6.
Number 6. Who thinks differently? Yes, Sofia?
I've chosen the second one.
Why? The story.
I don't know, it's my feeling because story stretches
И уходит туда, в далекое прошлое, в 3 век, да, the 3rd century. Потому что began dressing up unemployed men, история не могла одеваться в безработных людей, переодевать безработных людей в кого-то. Да, нелогично. Понятно, Дарья? Next answer, Дарья Ваганова is...
I chose 6.
6. В ответе B 6. But I disagree. Miroslav, what's your option?
My option is 4.
Because Saint Nicholas, of course, became the subject of many legends. Yes, it's clear.
Of course.
Потому что in в 6, смотрите, Дарья, во что-то, а нет окончания в нашей подстановке, поэтому этот ответ нам не подходит. Ясно? Number C, Софья Борычева.
I've chosen the third one. It's celebrated.
Great, absolutely right. Next one, Grigori.
D.
A, B, C, D.
Saint Nicholas first appeared in American popular culture, number 5.
That's right. Next one, Daria Balabaeva. E. Answer is какой ответ, Дарья?
7, yeah.
7. And the last one, Дарья Баганова.
I don't know. I chose 4, but 4 we use in B.
Yeah, so which is okay here? Eat before stores began.
1.
Yes, it was only a matter of time before stores began to attract children. Clear now the meaning?
Yes.
So when you see this sentence, you should think of the meaning. It's the most important factor, apart from grammar, what would be here or through the gap. Understand? Yes? So, and now we'll go to lexical task. Sorry. At the library. Your task is to choose the correct option for vocabulary. Now, okay, start reading it, please, and doing the task. So, how are you with this activity? Is
Еще
it
минутку.
more difficult for you, Sofia Medvedeva? Is it
Нет, не
manage?
сложно, просто еще минутку.
Difficult, yes?
Не, нормально.
Okay. Somebody wrote the answers. Miroslav, one mistake. Few mistakes. Софья, а что там за знак вопроса у вас вместо цифры? Или вы просто не уверены, да, какой ответ, да?
Да, я не уверена.
Остальные ответы правильные, Софья, молодцы. Григорий, одна ошибка, вторая ошибка, 2 ошибки у вас. Мгм. Дарья, ага, ошибка. У Дарьи, вот кто сейчас написала, одна ошибка. А у Дарьи Балабаевой одна ошибка, вторая ошибка, третья ошибка. 3 ошибки у вас. У вас меньше цифр. Дарья Балабаева, вы дали 6 ответов. Проверьте. Должно быть 7 ответов. Будьте внимательны, потому что если вы одну цифру при переписывании в бланк пропустите, то у вас все ответы слетят. Не так в этом задании, да? Софья. Две ошибки у Софьи Медведевой. Нет, sorry, у вас одна ошибка. У Софьи Медведевой одна ошибка только. В 35-м. Так, ну давайте обсуждать. Первый ответ. Какой, Софья Борочева?
Я выбрала 4, потому что я не знаю ничего другого, что еще с up сочетается.
С up сочетается stare up. Add something. Да, конечно. Все остальное не подходит из-за предлога. Уставиться на что-то. You stare up at something. 31. Григорий?
Told.
Told, of course. Told him. Дарья Балабаева. Next one. Это знание идиомы. Одной из английских идиом. Это была точная копия его дедушки. Какой ответ у вас, Дарья?
Twin.
Twin – это брат-близнец. Ответ неверный. Точная копия. Yes, Софья?
Ну, это устойчивая spitting image.
Да, вот это идиома. Spitting image of somebody. Точная копия. Запомните такое выражение. 33-й ответ у нас. Мирослав? Сходство.
33-м. Resemblance.
Yes, resemblance – это сходство. Все остальное не подходит. 34-й, Софья Медведева, is
Therefore.
следовательно, да. Next one, Софья Борычева. Какой вы считаете? Ответ в 35-м. Она его воспитала.
У меня не было сочинения либо grown up, либо brought up, но мне кажется, все-таки больше brought up, потому что grown up – это когда ты сам. А когда brought up, то тебя.
Да, совершенно верно. Bring somebody up. Кого-то воспитывать, выращивать, да, как бы о возрасте человека. И последний ответ Дарьи Ваганова is
Regretted. Сожалею о том, что
regret.
никогда не встретите.
So you see now which answers are correct here. Okay, no problems. So our next activity will be oral part of exam. Just a moment. Open it. So the project is called Jobs and Career, and you can see two different very popular jobs, yes, here. So I'll ask a few people of you today to speak on that task, okay? So get ready. I'll just set the timer. For 3 minutes.
А можно спросить, а кто на второй картинке?
Ага. It's a museum, and that's a guide.
Угу.
Экскурсовод, a guide. Because he is showing some paintings. Two people. Обратите внимание на 4-й пункт в этот раз. Which job you preferred to have as a child? Yeah? So I suggest Sofia Medvedeva will be speaker number 1 today. If you don't mind, are you ready?
Еще секунд 20, я все еще пытаюсь понять the key difference.
About jobs. What do you think is the difference in different jobs?
Может быть, риски для здоровья, я не знаю.
A risky job of a military man, yes, or soldier, yeah, and more maybe calm, more patient work of a guide or tour guide, yes.
Ага, ладно.
Mm-hmm.
Окей, improvisation тогда.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, go.
Hi Vasya, I found 2 photos for our project Jobs and Career and I would like to tell you about them. Let me describe them for you. If I look at the first picture, I can see a man who is holding a rifle in the military costume. In the next photo, there is another man who is leading an excursion in the museum. These photos perfectly suit our project because both of them illustrate 2 different types of jobs and career. The key difference between these 2 photos is that the first picture shows a risky job and in the second photo, there is a calm type of job. As for the disadvantages, both of these photos have their advantages and disadvantages. Talking about the advantages, the best thing about a military risky type of job is that you can help your country and and show your courage. As for the advantage of guide career is that you can learn more information and spread your knowledge to other people. one of the disadvantages of having a military career is that it is quite harmful for your health and may be dangerous. There is a major drawback of having a calm type of job as a museum worker, is that it may be some it may be difficult to communicate with other people sometimes. As for me, personally, I preferred to have, when I was a child, I preferred to have a calm type of job as the museum worker, because I really like showing, I really like spreading my knowledge and learn more information. That's all for now. Drop me a line. Bye.
Just timer is up. Great. So, Miroslav, what do you think about Sophia's answer here?
Мне прям в уши врезалась гид.
Фонетическая ошибка. Произносим guide. Yes. Это русское
И
слово
все
гид.
остальное сказано.
Что?
Все остальное сказано.
Так, еще такая ошибка на произношение слова винтовка. Как произносится, кстати?
Винтовка — это rifle.
Да, вы сказали rifle.
Ой.
Немножко другое слово получилось. A rifle, винтовка. I rifle. Yes. Или gun. Ружье можно сказать. Gun, weapon. Синонимы, да, вот какие.
Я просто думала, ган — это типа как не такое военное
Ну,
оружие.
любое такое, любое оружие, да. And costume. Вы сказали, что он костюм, но костюм это всегда как карнавальный маскарадный костюм, поэтому
Ой.
личностная ошибка. Поэтому military uniform. So
Да.
he's in special clothes. Yes, military clothes. Yeah. Okay. And one more person to speak on the same topic will be, let's ask Дарья Ваганова. Okay?
Можно только спросить одну вещь? Вот если я говорю, что разница между двумя работами, ну, в том, между этими картинками в том, что на одной картинке это военная работа, на второй работа в музее, и когда я должна буду сказать свое мнение о том, кем я хотела быть, когда я была ребенком. То есть я могу же назвать свою профессию, которую я хотела, кем я хотела быть? Или
Ну, по заданию мы как бы говорим, что вот из этих двух я что-то бы выбрал. Да?
то есть
Как
кем бы
бы,
я бы
да,
хотела быть из
да.
этих двух?
Или по стилю профессии. So, risky, dangerous job and peaceful, calm job. Так,
Мгм.
мы можем сказать.
Окей.
So, ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
Hi Ben, I found the photos for our project Jobs and Career, and I would like to discuss them with you. In the first picture, there is a military man who is standing near the forest holding a weapon. In the second picture, there is a guide in the museum who is telling about icons. I think both pictures suit well for our project because they show two different jobs. Military job and the job as a guide in the museum. I think both jobs have their advantages and disadvantages. As for the military job, you can earn a lot of money if you work as a military is a military man or woman. I don't know. However, this this job is really dangerous because if the war begin, you have to go to the fight. As for the museum guide, you know a lot of information about the past, or for example about the icons, as I can see in this picture. However, sometimes in the museums there is a lot of noise, and it is difficult to share the information with people. As for me, when I was a child, I preferred museum guide mostly because because this job is calm for me, and I want to know a lot of information about about our past. That's all I wanted to say. Call me back. Bye.
Great. And 24 seconds are left. So, Sofia Boricheva, will you comment on Daria's answer, please?
So everything was more or less okay. I don't have a lot of quibbles. Probably just only about the last one that we need to prefer to have as a child. Ну, там тоже нормально.
Ага, preferred, там в прошедшем времени, да.
А я вроде сказала preferred.
Да, было так и сказано.
Да,
То есть
ну,
у нас есть три варианта опций, да, you would prefer, you prefer и you preferred as a child. В наших заданиях в этом сборниках разных вот такие варианты можно встретить.
ну, в общем,
Окей.
ничего такого, все хорошо.
Мгм. И что касается грамматики, я обнаружил несколько ошибок, в частности, both jobs не has, а have, да, и tell somebody не хватало telling us, or telling the audience, кому-то он рассказывает, да. Мгм. So, by the way, this photo was taken in the famous museum of Andrei Rublev here in Moscow, and you remember the monument we had in one of the photos, the monument to Andrei Rublev of the school trip there. Now it's inside this museum. What you can see, a lot of icons there. Yes. Okay, so I liked your answers. They were correct. And tell me, please, Miroslav, your general impressions of today's session, of today's lesson, please.
I learned something new from this session. For example, splitting image.
Yeah.
And other things about essay.
Yeah. Okay, and you practice speaking about advantages and disadvantages of various things in our life, yeah, or objects. Okay, as for the next home assignment, it will be oral part of exam. For the 5th of May, you need to do the speaking task. Okay, and the topic will be birthday celebrations. Okay? Также в папке на 5 мая выложено следующее задание. So, have a nice weekend, enjoy your little holiday, and see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.